Hello everyone, this is Vinay here from Learn Coding with Vinay again. And this is the video number 13 of series where we are building employee management system using ASP.NET Core MVC and ChatGPT extensively. Right. In this video, we are going to look into the timesheet module. Right. So I have already created to save time, I have already created the timesheet controller, timesheet razor view, and we already have timesheet entity, right? If you remember when we developed the login logout functionality, punch in and punch out functionality, right? Now let me take you to the prompt. Now here is what we need. Let me enlarge a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So this is the prompt that we will be pushing to ChatGPT, and we'll ask it to, we need to work on timesheet module, right? We need to display the timesheet data like work date, punch in, punch out, employee ID, present or absent, working hours, right? And we are giving it conditions also that, what will be marked as present or what would be marked as absent. So an employee, if that employee was present on a day for more than 4 hours, then that will be marked as a present. Otherwise, that guy will be marked as an absent, right? Then we need filters also. We need filters for to select employee drop down, right? A year and month. So we will be displaying just a 2 years data, current year and a previous year, and we should give the option to select the month, right? So we will be having year, month as a drop down. We will also have employee as a drop down, because whoever is logged in, if that logged in employee is just an employee, that guy will see only that his name, his or her name in the drop down. But for manager, it would be his entire team, basically the employees who are reporting to a manager. And for admin, it will be all employees, right, irrespective of reporting to whom, right? And just to make sure, we are reminding ChatGPT that we already have this timesheet entity listed something like this, right? And also reminding that we have timesheet controller and index method. That's all, that's we saw, just starting of this video. And we are instructing now that please guide us step by step implementing above functionality. Please create necessary view models, control, generate control code, and razor views, right? So this prompt we will be pushing it to ChatGPT. So let me go to ChatGPT now. So I have, to save time, I have already pushed this prompt to ChatGPT, and it has come up with following output, right? So first step is create view model, right? Because we need to this will be used to display data: employee ID, employee name, employee image is not required, but we'll ignore it. Work day, punch in, punch out time, working hours, attendance status, and is present or absent, right? Then the second view, VM timesheet filter, right? So this will have the filter and the actual data list of above entity, right? Because this will be the view model that we'll be using as a model in our timesheet report page, right? So let's start, so step one, let's try to achieve step one and step two, which I have already done to save time. I'll just quickly show you. This is this is our view model for timesheet report. These are the thing we'll be displaying on screen, right? And this is the VM timesheet filter, because we need to use filters. So these are filters actually. These three are the drop downs, and this is the list of this entity, right? VM timesheet. That is what we will be displaying on the screen. So at this moment we are ready with this. So let's move ahead and uh, implement the controller and razor view code. So let me go over here. Let me copy this controller code. Let me copy this controller code, come back over here on test timesheet, and let me replace this with it. So let's okay. So I have copy pasted it over here. We have couple of errors that we need to fix. We have context. Okay, so we will take that context code from role or maybe anything. Employee is also fine. So let me go to role controller. I'll copy paste. I'll copy this part. I'll close this. And in this, in our timesheet controller, we'll just copy paste it. We'll have to change the controller name. Control C, Control V. Right. So we are good with context now. And let's see other code. Okay, let it be. Okay, we don't need image. I'll remove this actually. Okay. So C sharp code looks good. Now let's go ahead and uh, you know implement the eraser view. So let me go down. Let me copy this. Okay, great. And let me say control V over here. And let's say using POC POCEMS dot view models. Right. And this should be using. Right. So that one thing was missing from ChatGPT. Right. So this is ready. Our code is ready. Let's run it and see. So yeah, so after copy pasting all code, I have logged in using admin account, which is Sachin Tendulkar. Let's click on timesheet module now. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it loads up. So basically, this is Sachin's data for July month. Let me see what we are getting: date, punch in time, punch out time, working hours. Okay, attendance. Okay, present, absent, coming good. Okay, we have okay. Since we are logged in as a Sachin, who is admin, we can see all employee over here. Right, then here we have to okay, then we have the months, right? Okay, but ideally this is a July month, so July should be selected over here. So couple of improvement area, and then this all looks like text box. We'll have to convert them to look like a drop down, right? And let me see Ajit Agarkar data. Let's say I'll say July, and if you remember, we have generated data for May, June, and July. So this is, I hope this is Ajit Agar. We are seeing Ajit Agarkar's data, but these are not reflecting properly. When I say filter, okay, so this should be it. Let me take one more. Where we have not data April, whether just to make sure it is changing or not. Right. So it is not changing because something is wrong. Whatever we are selecting, once we landed over here, that seems to be working fine. But once we change the parameter, right, once we change the parameter, that doesn't seems to be working. Okay, nothing is happening. So let's try to debug it. So let me select this as June, Sachin, and let's say filter, and let's come over here. So to debug as a thumb rule, whenever you are debugging any method, make sure you are checking the input first of that method. So let's say what are we getting over here for employee ID, year and month. Sometimes it's the intelligence takes time. Let's see. Okay, okay, year is null, employee ID is null, month is null. Okay, so this can be the reason because it is null, you know. Okay, since it is null, every time it is picking the logged in user and current year and current month data only. That is one problem, right? So let's see why we have this. So let's go to our view, index view. Okay, so here we have written actually ASP for selected year, selected month, selected year, and selected month. So this actually whatever we have written, since we are posting the form to get operation, they should match the name of over here, employee year and month. That was missing. So let's do that. Now, let's take this selected employee ID over here, selected employee ID. Then let me take this. I think we should change the naming also. We should make the first S small. And let me take this. Let me take this. So first thing first is to make this small, make this small, and make this small, right? So that is one thing, one problem over here that we will fix. Let me stop this because we need to change lot of code. And whatever we select, whatever is that was not reflecting again on those drop down, because we are filling the drop down, with view model. View model is declared over here, but view model has properties for drop downs. Let's say selected these, selected employee ID, selected month, and selected year. Those were not assigned. Instead of that, a separate variable were taken. So this needs to be replaced with view model dot. So let me take this. Let me give you an example. View model dot. This should be selected employee ID, and this should be this, the input. Right. So similar way, let me change all this code. Okay, so I just quickly change this variable, and because we change this, we'll have to change it everywhere in the bottom also. So this should be selected here, selected. No, this shouldn't be selected here and selected. This should be now view model dot selected here, and this should be view model dot selected. Oh no, it's not view model. My bad. It's view model dot selected here. This will be view model dot selected month. So wherever we have that error, we will have to put down this dot selected. Okay, so let me see if we have any problem. Okay, so no, there seems to be no error now. Now let's quickly change this form control to form select, because they were looking like text box. Let's make them drop down. So just using form select and form select, and let me run this. Okay, so I have logged in using Sachin, who is an admin. So let me see the timesheet now. So let me remove this debugger at this moment. Let's see the output. Okay, so for July, everything is coming as absent. So something is not right over here. But let's try June. Okay, so June there is a good data. Why for July? Why do we get everything as absent? Oh no, so this is good. Okay, let me see when the loaded. Okay, so when the loaded, there seems to be an issue. So select employee ID, and this is good. So let me see over here what is happening. Let me click. Okay, so let's go 10, 10, and so let me check view model here. What do we have inside it? So we have a month as 7. Okay, good. Employee ID as 1, year as the. So this seems to be good. And okay, so I think this is I got this. Okay, so I think this is loading for the first time, and then also let me see what's wrong over here. Actually, it should work. Yeah, okay, I think I got this. We will have to use everywhere view model dot property names. There are still some variables in this list. So let me in this code. Let me take this wherever this should be actually selected month. Okay, great. This should be again selected year. This should be also selected year. So let me complete this, and I'll come back. Okay, so hopefully I have changed the code, Rather than using those variable, I am using it from the view model itself. We are avoiding this because we have taken it over here, right? So we have assigned it to the view model. And let me just quickly, go through these. There shouldn't be something like dot selected one, dot selected year, or dot selected employee ID as an individual thing. It should be via view model only. So this is good, this is good, this is good. Now let me see if we have where over here. Okay, so this is also good. Okay, so now this looks good. Let's run it and see. Okay, so I have logged in using admin Sachin Tendulkar. Let's say what do we see in timesheet now. Okay, something seems to be broken. Oh no. Let me just remove the breakpoint. I'll- And yeah, okay. So this time it loaded the July data 2025 for Sachin. Okay, let me, and the drop downs also are, down icon is coming up. This is good. Okay, here it is showing absent because they are yet to go. Days are yet to come. Let me go to June and let me filter this. Okay, so this is good. This is coming up. Let me go to April where we don't have the data. Remember, we have May, June, and July data only. Okay, great. This is good. Let's try to see Ajit Agarkar's data. So, okay, yeah, April will not be there. Let me see May. Okay, so May data is coming up, But one more thing we can improve over here is whenever we are selecting an employee, we should display the employee name and ID also. And that is one thing I think we should do. So let's do that quickly. If I go to index over here, okay, so we are only having these. What we'll be doing, we'll just copy paste these. We will take just employee, and what we'll be doing over here, we'll take this. I hope we have employee, yeah, employee name, and let's take, you know ID as well. Item dot employee ID, right? So we have that, so that it looks good. Save, let me save this. Let's see out here if it reflects or not. Let's see. Okay, so we have selected Ajit Agarkar and we can see the name and ID now. Let's try something else. Let's try Saurav Ganguly. Let's say. Okay, great. So we have everything seems to be in place now. Let me filter this with Sachin Tendulkar. Okay, great. So this seems to be working fine. Now let's try to log in as an employee, and let's try to log in as a manager. So let me log out from here. Let's try to log in as a manager. I think Ganguly is the manager. So let's say 5 login. Okay, timesheet. Okay, so here we don't see the admin Sachin Tendulkar's data. Rest these three reports to Ganguly. That's why we see this. Let's see one. Let's this time say Rahul Dravid's data. We would go to May search. Okay, so this is coming up. So this worked very nicely, right? Now let's final test. Try to log out and try to log in using an employee. So let's try to. I think someone using Ajit Agarkar or something. Let's say. Okay, so this is Ajit Agarkar. We see timesheet. Very nice. So this has only Ajit Agarkar in the listed. We can select any over here. July, June, May. Let's say run, and it is displaying very nicely, right? So ChatGPT gave us actually a very nice code, almost 90-95%. But we have to do few changes, right? So remember it. The key lies in writing the prompt. Always a good prompt will land you. Good and elaborated prompt will land you with an accurate result. But with this, we are done with our timesheet module, right? And in the next video we will move to the salary history module. Thanks a lot for watching this, guys. See you in the next video.